What is up, guys? Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, we're taking a look at every single Festival of the Lost weapon. There are 5 weapons in this year's event, some with updated perks and an entirely new weapon overall. So if you want to find out more, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay, guys, let's jump into the video. Now, each and every season we get a new free event. Season of the Witch is no different, and this season we'll see the return of Festival of the Lost in 2023. Now, whilst these events are heavily focused around cosmetics, they do at least offer unique weapons, none of which are craftable, so you will need to farm them during the course of the event if you are chasing down the best rolls. For 2023 though, we do see a brand new weapon and also updated perks across the board, so as a result we're going to take a preview of all of them. We're going to kick off with the Macabre, which is an aggressive frame arc sniper rifle. This is one of my personal favourites when it comes to Festival of the Lost weapons, and is very unique, especially in its aesthetic. Naturally, as an aggressive frame, it deals incredibly high damage, and for 2023 we do see some updates to its legendary traits. Now, in the first column you have Keep Away, which increases reload range and accuracy when no targets are in close proximity, autoloading holster, triple tap, clown cartridge, snapshot sights, eddy current, which temporarily increases reload speed after sprinting, and that effect is improved when you are amplified, alongside demolitionist. And in the final column you have High Impact Reserves, Adrenaline Junkie, Vorpal Weapon, Vault Shot, Opening Shot, High Ground, where you gain bonus damage when attacking targets from higher ground. Inside the Crucible, that improves your damage by 20%, and for PvE that increases it by 10%. And the final perk available is called Discord, and this is where Final Blows with another weapon grants this weapon increased aiming down sight speed, accuracy and airborne effectiveness for a short time. And when Discord is active, Final Blows refund ammo. Now, on top of those legendary traits, it has an origin trait called Search Party. This is the same as last year's event, where the weapon is granted faster aiming down sight speed and movement speed while aiming down sights when no allies are nearby. So as long as no allies are within 15 meters of you, then Search Party will be active, providing passive benefits to the weapon itself. Now, as you can see, there are some great perk combinations both for PvE and PvP. So if you didn't manage to get a snapshot opening shot from last year's event, then you'll have another opportunity to grab it this season, giving you a great opportunity to show off your sniping skills inside the Crucible. Now, next up we have the Horror Story, which is a precision frame auto rifle, but for this year's event this returns as a stasis weapon. This fires at 450 rounds per minute, comes with 32 rounds in the mag, and as well as having a new element, it also has some new perks and even a new origin trait. In the first main column you have Elemental Capacitor, which provides increases to stats based on your currently equipped subclass, alongside Dynamic Sway Reduction, Discord, Enlightened Action, where dealing damage improves reload speed and handling, alongside Under Over, which allows you to deal bonus damage to targets with overshields, and it deals a small amount of bonus damage to combatant shields. Next we have Envious Assassin and also Demolitionist. For the final column though, you have Headstone, where precision final blows spawn stasis crystals at the victim's location, Collective Action, Target Lock, where damage increases the longer the weapon remains on target, Cascade Point, Frenzy, Vorpal Weapon, and Adrenaline Junkie. When it comes to origin traits, you have 2 options. You can choose between Search Party and also Nadir Focus, and this is where Sustained Fire increases accuracy and range, and where applicable it will increase lunge distance for swords and projectile velocity for launchers. Now, the Horror Story has needed an update for quite some time. It's great that it comes back as a stasis weapon, and we see perks like Headstone on it, and even Target Lock, which potentially make this viable in more activities. With that being said though, it's still a 450 RPM auto rifle, so it will sit in an interesting place inside the meta, but based on those perks that are now available for the 2023 event, what sort of role will you be chasing? Be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now, next up we have the Jurassic Green, a solo rapid fire frame pulse rifle. Now, this fires at 540 rounds a minute, comes with 35 in the mag, and much like the Horror Story, has seen some updates to its traits and even its origin traits. In the first column you'll find Subsistence, Rangefinder, Perpetual Motion, Killing Wind, Kill Clip, where reloading shortly after dealing a final blow grants cure to you and nearby allies, Loose Change, where applying an elemental debuff to a target increases this weapon's reload speed for a short time, and Keep Away. And for the final column, you have Incandescent, Golden Tricorn, Frenzy, Multi-Kill Clip, Encore, Collective Action, and also Headseeker. Now, as for origin traits, you have Search Party alongside Field Tested, where defeating targets or dealing damage with this weapon gradually increases its range, stability, handling, and reload speed. Now, once again, much like the Macabre, you are sport for choice when it comes to PvP and PvE combinations. The Crucible, Perpetual Motion, and Headseeker is a strong choice to consider, potentially even trying out Heal Clip. Take advantage of Cure inside the Crucible, whereas for PvE, Subsistence and Incandescent is a very strong combination and is definitely a popular choice on many other weapon archetypes too. Will you be chasing down the Jurassic Green once again in Festival of the Lost 2023? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. Now, next up we have the Braytech Werewolf. This is another precision frame auto rifle, so it fires at 450 rounds per minute, comes with 34 rounds in a mag, and this one is a kinetic weapon, so it doesn't have an element associated to it. Now, as for main legendary traits, it comes with Under Pressure, Slide Shot, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Pugilist, Well-Rounded, Impulsive Reloader, and Subsistence. And as for the final column, you have Gunshot Straight, Vorpal Weapon, Under Over, Tap the Trigger, Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, and Osmosis. And in terms of origin traits, it comes with Search Party. Now, I believe a lot of the perks on offer here are the same as previous year's events. Therefore, if you are missing out on the God Roll, this season's event will give you another opportunity to grab it. Dynamic Sway Reduction and Tap the Trigger make for a very incredibly consistent and stable weapon. And whilst it doesn't come with an element, Osmosis is a viable choice, which will allow a grenade ability to change this weapon's damage type to match that of the subclass until you stow it. As things currently stand, the Braytech Werewolf is probably the least exciting weapon for this year's festival event, but maybe one to consider if you haven't got a good roll or it's missing from your collection. Now, the final weapon on offer and brand new for this year's festival event is the Cosmic GSP. This is a rapid fire frame grenade launcher that deals void damage. So it fires at 150 rounds per minute. It comes with 5 rounds in the magazine. Now, in terms of main legendary traits, it comes with Enlightened Action, where dealing damage improves reload speed and handling, Impulsive Amplifier, Surplus, Loose Change, where applying an elemental debuff to a target increases the weapon's reload speed for a short time, Clown Cartridge, Full Prep, and Quick Draw. And in the final column, it comes with Repulsor Brace, Cascade Point, Explosive Light, Wellspring, Collective Action, Destabilizing Rounds, where final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile, and High Ground. And as for origin traits, you have a choice between Search Party and Nadir Focus. Now, in terms of damage dealing grenade launchers, this definitely comes with all the right perks and traits, but will the fact it's a rapid fire frame really hold this weapon back? With that being said though, it may be great for burst damage in low to mid tier content, but just by looking at it on paper, this may not be a weapon that you take into end game activities. As always though, I'm happy to be proved wrong on that one, and if you have any perk recommendations or combinations that you think are worth considering, then be sure to sound off down in the comments below. So there we have it guys, a good look at all the weapons for this year's Festival of the Lost events. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to pick the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.